and we have tried to understand what complete security and then IAM landscape coming, and under IAM what is the role of IAG, right? So mostly we can see that access governance, and then we have started next day with the access governance, means IAG as a tool, means you can see grown up on BTP platform, right? So we have tried to understand how BTP is and how we can create sub account and different things. So you can see at least some basic tasks we must be be able to do, we should have some good understanding about the BTP, sub account, services, spaces, all those things which we are having. Right, so we have tried to understand BTP next day because I is an application running on that, so it's mandatory to understand. And then how you can say authorization structures is in BTP because same authorization structure will be utilized for the even any application running on the BTP. Same is true with the IAG. After that, we have tried to means if you are logging into BTP, uh, so you need to get authenticated from somewhere. So there is one thing once you are going to logging into BTP. So default identity provider means SAP is giving, making your ID in the, you can say their SAP means database, but is it mandatory? Because as we have explained that it is not mandatory, uh, we have to utilize our own database. So it's not possible that for all of our user which is available in our database, we have to migrate it to SAP database, right? So for that, we must have some mechanism so that we have no need to create a, you can say, or account in the SAP database, right? And for that's why IS came into the picture. So one purpose is authentication, and next purpose is for like that IS is a mandatory part of IS implementation because lot of groups and you can say that simply some honors type of access, right? Management type of access or technical management type of access like approver, reviewer, controller, monitor. This type of access can be given only by the groups which is available in IS. So IS is a mandatory part of IS implementation. Without IS, you can't do the, you can say, you can, it's IS implementation. Even we forget for a few minutes that, okay, authentication we may do from somewhere else, but IS is mandatory part of IS implementation because we can't have means groups, we can't have different authorization manager in any other system. Okay, so that's why we have tried to understand, or you can say IS, and in IS we have configured, you can say trust. We have tried to understand user management there and created trust. After creating trust, I think we have left at that point of time, right? And from there we have to start. After creating trust, we need to understand that how we can utilize those things, right? So next we are going to start from there. Trust was set up with IS, and then what is the next step? Means authentication can be done, right? So that then we have created the groups in IS, but after that what we have to do, right? If we have to sync those groups and users from there, then what we have to do, right? So till here, if you have any doubt, please let me know. And any understanding problem, or even you can say, if you want to understand something or see again in the system, so just let me know, right? Guys, please.
So, Prakash, good morning. Thing
Yeah.
is, um, I just want to know the standing, um, so how the BTP and IAS and the roles, right, to function.
Can you
So,
little loud, Deepak, right?
what I'm saying is, I want to understand the logic between the BTP, IAS, and IA, how we create, for example, is a role owner, right? So, how there is a place where you create a role owner and then you map somewhere, right? It's in IAS or somewhere, and then when we run the sync, it will show up in the IAG system. That's what you said. So these groups should be created in BTP, and then we need to map in IAS and then bring it to IAG, right?
Little reverse, Deepak here. We are creating groups not in BTP, but we are creating groups in IS, right?
IAS. Okay.
So IS groups means what? If we will try to understand, groups
So
simply saying that grouping of some users, right? Nothing else.
yes,
Just try to understand means we are saying that grouping of some users. So some standard groups being provided. If we are saying that this group means this type of group we must create, right? So that is a normal understanding. Assume that you have to declare someone as a manager. So you have to means that group is already available. Means it is not like that you have to do custom. Group
Okay.
manager is already there, like ISG underscore WF underscore, right? Manager. So means whatever means I can forget the name, but yeah, means some pre-naming conventions is given that you can utilize those groups for declaring them managers.
The
Just,
starting
yeah,
point is from IAS, you said. The starting point is from IA.
exactly. Starting point is IS means you are creating uh, you are creating users in IS, right? Your user is coming from IS, so
Yes.
whoever need to be maintained, they should maintain at IS. Okay,
Okay. And then the
because
mapping
from
you do,
there,
right?
yeah,
Mapping, you do it in the BTP.
yeah, mapping we do it in the BTP. So as I have explained that we have created the trust. So trust is created, but after trust we have to bring those users into our system, users and groups both, right? So for
Yes.
that steps are still left, that could
Okay.
not get completed on that date. So I'm trying to complete that steps, right?
Sure.
So trust is connection. Trust, what trust is doing? Trust is just authenticating you. Means if you are in a user, I can show you, then it will understand better. You can see my screen, right?
Yes. Yes. We can.
So if trust is created, what it means, if you are going to the user, so this all 22 users who is available in their database, they should go and log in into IS using this database, right? So using this
Yes.
database, you can go and log in into IAG. Means you can see that BTP sub account, right? Now, as I have shown you and that day, so first I will show you, if I am here, right? This is my account and come here like that, my user is here, right? So you can see that my user ID is 000, right? So if I'm going to log in into try to understand the difference. This is really critical. Sometimes we don't understand and always it is creating a problem. So that's why I'm giving some more time here. Try to understand. I'm saying that I am here as a users, right? Okay. So you will find lot of users here, right? So when you're finding the users, always try to find out what is identity provider for that user. That is very important. Means it should be clear that what is identity provider. Even though you're finding the users here, so you must be clarified that you are having. See, whatever user coming with the this mail ID, that is coming with the default identity provider, because initially Ankit has created all of your user ID in SAP database. I think most of you have already logged in, so you have also created your. But it's not mandatory that you have to go and create your content, because that point of time, just for learning purpose, we have tried to show you, because you must understand the difference and challenges, and that's why all of your ID have been created in SAP database, and you need to means you can say activate your account, or you can say create your universal ID in SAP ID to log in into simply this account. But now you can find that this user, right? So this user is just showing that P0012345678, right? These numberings are here. So you can find that this type of number. So this type of number, from where it is coming? So it is coming from this identity provider, right? So if you are thinking that, so see here identity provider are getting changed. It is saying that this is the identity provider, right? So now these are the identity provider, and you can, I think most of you have already logged in, right? I feel that most of you have already logged in, because 1823 it is showing that you have already logged in. So that's why it is showing here. Okay, so now I'm trying to tell you that your this axis come here, like that. Anyone want to check, you can find that I can show you for them. Like if you will go to this user ID, you don't have any role assigned to my user ID, right? So what should happen if I'm going to log in with this user ID? Means I should not, even though I get authenticated via this, I should not, something not should get displayed to me. Understood? Means just I'm trying to log in into, I'm able to log in into IAG application, but I should not get any access. But if you will log in via this, uh, my own user ID. So this is my default user ID, default identity provider. So you can see I have all the access. Via this, I can able to see everything, right? So I will show you that even though I'm able to log in. So you go to applications here. So when you are logging into application, be careful how you are logging, right? In cloud, your identity can be different, or you can say identity provider can be different. So it is IAG applications. So from here you can go to applications, and then it will ask you, because now you have the two identity provider. So it must ask whoever tried may have seen already this. So custom identity provider and default. Now I want to go with the custom identity provider. So you can find that I am authenticated. Who am I? That is decided. But what I have means what authorization I have, nothing. So that's why it is totally blank, right? So there's a two way to provide the authorizations to my user ID. One way, you can directly provide access here as well. And another way, you can provide access into IS, and from there you can map the rules, right? So you can provide in the groups as a group there, and you can just map it to my rule. So that can, both things are possible, right? So that's I'm trying to explain you. So before that, since you have to map the user, you have to map the groups into IAG. So today's class we are starting with the that. So how you can set up that sync, right? So that is important. First, I will take 5 minutes, 10 minutes to explain you the configuration. It's quite simple, not very difficult. After that, we will explain. We will take all the examples and try to log in a means different way, assigning different access. So it should be very clear to you. At any point of time, if you feel that you are not able to understand, please stop me, because these things are really critical. Once you will work in IEG, you will feel this hit. I think who has worked, who may know that the challenge behind this. So a step is like that. If you have to create a, you can say sync, then for that you have to set up user, administrator users, and that should be the system type of users. Users already created, but how you can create it? Just come here, create a system, okay, and give some name, whatever name you want to give, and just give the access. You can give some, normally manage users, manage groups are mandatory, but if you want to give some more access, that's also fine. But for normally system users, we are giving this, and that's sufficient. Just after that you have to save it. You can do like that. Since we have already created a user here, so you can find that IAG sync, IPS user, IAG connect, this three types of users. Two users have been created earlier, so I have created this IAG connect, okay, and you can find that, okay. So they are just, we have given all the access selecting so that it's not create any problem. After that, what you have to do, you have to just come here and create the secret, right? Secret is nothing but giving you the client ID and client secret, okay. If you want to create new secrets, even assume that this secret you have forget or user ID, because password once it is generated we can't see it here, right? So for that you have to either generate new password, you can say client secret, or you have to you can say delete it and create again, right? So whatever wish you. But yeah, you can create even additional, like secret is there, so you can just go here and create the secret, and then means you can just give the when it should expire. If you are giving never, so it will take approximately 100 years, right? If you will take 1 year, 2 years, it means that is the case, and just give the means descriptions for what you want to create. So these are the simple tasks. It's nothing but what you are creating. You know that if you are trying to integrate one application to another, so one user should be available in the target application. In this case, we are trying to sync from IAG. So what we are doing, we are creating a, you can say that target user, or you can say admin user in our IS tenant, right? So that's we have done, nothing else, okay. And for that documentation purpose, it is already documented. Okay, so it is like that. You can so that go ads. You have to select system, and then you have to give some name like I have given IAG Connect. After that, you can find that just descriptions given like that means add secret. Same thing I have clicked on here. Earlier there was no secret configured, then I have clicked on add secret and just given 1 year. Okay, and after that I have given that I am going to SCI user connections, and then you can find that client ID and client secret is generated. So it will ask you that make sure you save your client secret. You will not be able to retrieve it from the system later. So once it is this page is made as okay, you can't retrieve it. So only option that you can delete it and generate new, and means you can add secrets, right? So that is a possibilities available. However, so that is a very simple steps, and once you have done, so you have to use those secrets like we have already saved it and utilized it. Okay, so now once you have created the user, you have to come into the BTP account, right? And BTP under connectivity you will get the destinations. In destinations, this is the destination which is created, but I will just try to show you. Once you are coming, come here on new destinations. Okay, once you will click on new destination, give whatever name if you want to give. uh, we are giving just a standard, but it's not like that. But yeah, name should be it should be only one unique. Type is HTTP. Descriptions anything if you want to give. Why it is coming red? Because it is already descriptions. But just if I will give name one, so this will not become. But anyhow, descriptions whatever you want to give anything, like URL. So how URL is being created? For that, I have already given that it is a pure proper documentation. So you are using that HTTPS SCI underscore tenant ID. This ID is nothing but this ID. Once you are getting any tenant, so you are getting this number, right? So this is your SCI tenant ID, or you can say IS tenant ID, right? So this is your SCI tenant ID. That's you have to give, and then you have to create account.ondemand.com service slash scheme slash user. So this should be your URL once you are creating connections here, right? So that should be the connections here. I will just try to show you so that you can understand it. Okay, so this is the connections, and then it is saying that select service scheme users, right? Right. So this is the naming conventions for your URL. This is proxy type internet. Authentications, we are taking client ID and client secret. So we are giving basic authentications, and then you have to take that user ID and password, and that I can tell you. That is the user ID, and nothing else. Just you have to save it. And this connection is fine or not. Just you have to check connections. So you can find that connection to this established as response return 200. Okay, right? Just I have created with the name one. Okay, so since it should be unique, I will delete next one, but for the showing purpose just I have created it. There is no differences you will find. Only thing that I have naming wise just I group and group one I have created. This is for testing purpose I have already created earlier, right? So it is the same thing, right? That's only. So in this way, you have created the, you can see this a spatial destinations. However, destination is being created in same way, but this is a spatial destination that is being used for the syncing users and groups from the IS tenant. Okay, and that's is the reason. So what next you are doing? Once you are able to do it, now I can show you that I have to do the sync, right? So I will show you the sync, how we are running the sync, right? You have this. If I will log in here, then it will not allow me to log in. So I will go to Cognito window and I will try to log in it here with the default identity provider. Right now, we don't have access for, you can say that custom identity provider means I don't have any authorizations there. Access I have. So you can find that. Okay. So this way you can understand and I have the access. So what you have to do, you have to go job scheduler. Okay. Job scheduler in detail we will understand in some later courses, but as of now you can understand means how we are just scheduling some job. So this is your application you have already seen. So this is a specific SPI user group sync job, and you can find that once we are giving this name, so there is no other system name, right? So that's why it is default. So that name is a default one. So you can't create two destinations. If you will create two destinations, it will create just some problem, right? So you must have only one destinations for the SCI user sync. Just I don't want to recurring start immediately schedule job. So if you have to see the logs of the job, then there is again on admin tab, you will find that job history list. Come here and you will find all type of jobs here. This thing don't worry, lot means applications. Once we will go through that, you will explore all these applications 100 times, right? Every day you have to run some jobs and you will do. So you can see that just now I have run this job. Okay, so you can come here, test sync. It is showing completed. If you want to see the logs, come here, expand it, and then you can find that. Okay, it is saying that job is scheduled. Log ID is also given. Test sync was successfully triggered by job scheduler processing. Job has started. Total 22 users read from the SCI, 12 users inserted into IAG, 8 groups created in IAG. So now you have to check that how many groups were there, how many users were there, and total 22 users read from means few users have been already, you can say available. So 12 users inserted into IAG. So I think others user who have already logged in via themselves, that is not inserted, right? Because their data is already created in IAG. So out of 22 users, you got 12 users inserted. You can find that those details. Okay, come to, yeah, sorry. So you have to go there and find out what are the 8 groups, right? So you can come here and find that business processes, maintain data, maintain, it is showing 12 users, right? So that 12 users is inserted here. You can find that all the 12 users are here. Okay. And from here it is coming SCI connector, that is standard one. So this all user are here. If you will go to administrator tabs and try to find the users, so how many users are here? 24, 23.
22, right?
7 is showing, but there are few which is not available. It may be deleted in between, like 3 is not here. Same way you will find there are many not here. Those have been deleted. Okay, so now coming to groups, you can't see directly because those groups are groups for authorization purpose. But if it is assigned to some user, I don't know, I have to check if it is assigned to some users, right? So I will go to the groups and I will find that if it is assigned to, like it is default, so it is assigned to uh, these users, Ankit and those users, right? So IS user, I don't know. Let me check if it is any groups assigned to my user. Okay, because I can check for myself. I have been assigned the IAG WF manager. So if I'm going to, there is a one placeholder where you can go and see that it is a my informations. So if everything is correct, it should display all the details from IAS side. No groups are assigned, it is showing, and some details are missing. That we will check what exactly some configurations is missing here. Okay, if everything working fine, then it should you can say display everything here. Okay, or I am correct. Let me correct myself. Actually, see, right now I have logged in with the default identity provider, and that default identity provider is not available here, right? And that's why I'm not able to see. So that is it, means the reason. And anyone is logging with the custom identity provider, they can go, but right now I think they may not have the access. That's then they will not able to see. So before that, we will try to do some other task, and last we will come and see that this is getting populated or not once we are going to do for the means our own user ID. Surely for default identity provider, it will not get updated because data is not coming from the IS, right? So it will not get populated. Okay, so now we are trying to explain you that one way we have already know that we can assign access directly into, so directly into the BTP account. But what is the another way how you can do utilize the IS in a best way? So IS is giving you the access for the some you can say groups mapping, right? They are giving a feature of the group mapping. Means once you are assigning a group is, and that group means you can map with the role collection, and automatically, or I will say dynamically, that is not assigning permanently to you. Once you are trying to log in into, so dynamically checking that and it get assigned to you, means you are getting authorized for that, right? So it is happening dynamically. It's not a permanent type of assignment for you. You have some group assignment, but that group is mapped with some role collection in BTP, and due to that, you are able to get that rules. This is for means for next our topic. Okay, so create IAS groups in IAS, map role collection in BTP with groups from IAS, and then assign user groups in IAS, right? Test your access in IAS launchpad. So that's we have to check it. So this is activity as well as. So all of you need to do it. But yeah, first I will try to make one case here. So once you will go there, you have to go to security and find out what all role collections are available. Right. So these all are role collections are available here, right? So I will just try to give CIG access request. Just I will keep on notepad so that I can work. CIG access request, then CIG access request admin. And honestly, I don't know via which tab we can see that my information. Okay, means via which role it can be given. that I don't remember. So, but yeah, normally this is the access request others. So this will give you the tab for the others. Okay, and then I will try to create this one because this is giving you the display access for all the things. Now this is type of mandatory role, and one role I will create CIAG super admin. There are many rules that can be done, but as of now, that I will try to create these users. Okay, so how you are going to create it? That's I can show you. Okay, so in IAG, it's not required to create all the roles, right? So what I will do, I will go to IAG and create a group. I am just trying to create a two types of group. One that is a super admin means if I am giving that access to someone, so he should become a super admin, right? And one is just he can do the request admin related things. So I will just create two groups here. Okay, so how I can create? I will create. I will give this name. Okay, you can give any name. Honestly speaking, you can give any name. It's your this, but just to understand that IAG access request administrator means he can do all type of administration job for access request as well as means he can means create a request, approve the request. This type of job should be done by this user. Okay, description if you want to give, you can keep the same or whatever you want, right? So just I have created this one. Now I will create one super admin. Okay,
So you're putting the same name, right? CIAG, or you want to put IAG?
yeah, I am putting same name, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you can give any name as I have told that, but I am putting the same name just to make me clear that I do not getting confused. But yeah, C means why I am giving C, because you know that if I am giving IAG, so I can't differentiate which is the admin type of roles, which is the access type of group. Means there is two type of groups here, right? One is groups that is being created in IAG for declaring you manager, declaring you means admin declaring you role owner, right? So that's why I'm keeping them separately. So those are the IAG underscore that, and CIAG when we are saying that means it is for the applications, right? So that's why I'm giving CIAG. Clear? So that is the reason I'm creating between that. But you can give any naming conventions as per your organization or anything. So you can find that I have created rule, but there are two type of rules here, right? One is like that CIG this, and one is CIG super admin. Remaining all are, you can find that IAG, right? So IAG we have created last day. So these are the access rules. Means this will provide you the access for the tiles applications, right? This will just provide you the, this will just declare you as a something. Means I will tell you that you are admin, but till the time I'm not going to give this access job, you can't do anything. You are the manager. Request is going to you, but you can't approve because you don't have the access request admin, right? So this will give you the authorization. This will just make you the, this will just give you the position. Try to understand what is the difference between these two type of groups. This IAG groups just making you some administrator, but not giving access to do any task, just declaring you that you are the administrator, you can do this work, but for doing that work you must have this access. Clear? So see, this application roles giving you the actual access.
La, la,
Sorry, I think I have stopped for means my connection have been disconnected for a few seconds, right? Hello.
Yes.
Yes, yes,
Yes, you
yes.
are not there. Yeah.
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 We
So
could see your screen, but we could not hear you anything, but now it's fine.
so since how many time it was?
2 minutes, I think.
Just
I
10 seconds, 10, 15 seconds, I guess.
Yeah, I hope. Yeah, even I think that. Okay, so I was explaining that, like that
Your
you have
screen is
to.
not shared, Prakash.
Yeah, now it is not there. I am sharing it. So now I'm explaining that we are having two type of authorizations, right? One is having that IAG groups, and one is having that is giving you the real application access, IAG applications, right? You can see my screen. So the group which you have created last day on the IS side, that is just making you administrators, reviewer, approver, manager, security admin, making you. Try to means you have been declared that you are eligible to do something, but you can't do till the time you are not having the access. Is it clear or not? I am repeating again and again so that it should not create any problem. Okay. Okay. So if you understand that, now what you have to do, I'm trying to provide access from the IAG only. I mean, IS only. I'm not trying to provide directly access in the IAG applications, right? So for that, what you have to do, you have to go in trust connection configuration. In trust configurations, you have to open the your trust configurations where you have created means IS, right? And then you will find an option for the role collections mapping. Here you have to create a role collections. So now how I'm creating the role collections? You can find it and try to understand again how we are creating this. So
So
it
what is the use of this? Can you get what is the concept behind this?
concept behind this is like that anywhere if you will go to identity provider, so identity provider is not matching directly with your role. So what they are doing, they are having groups, like if you'll go to Azure, so they can assign you the groups, right? And same groups is not having access. Assume that you are going to Ariba, you are going to multiple type of application. I'm just giving the high level example. See, Azure is connecting multiple type of application, and Azure doesn't know all authorizations directly into that system. What Salesforce have, what SAP have, what means, so you can say Success Factor have. So means Azure doesn't know. So what Azure can do? Azure can just create a, you can say that groups, and with that group, Azure can assign you that group, and with that group you can map some roles backend into your system. Actual authorizations, right? Getting trying to understand the concept. This concept is widely used in the cloud area now. This was the same not the same concept which we used to in on premise like SAP grc other thing, but this concept is now widely used in your identity provider concept. Means if identity provider is also managing the authorizations, then how they are managing? So they are managing in the way of grouping. So they are grouping the role and in target application, because actual authorization resides in their actual system, right? Uh, IAG have their own a special authorizations. If you'll go to any ABAP system, they have their own authorizations. If you'll go to Ariba, they have their own authorizations. So that all authorizations need not come to the IAS, right? So you can create a groups. You can assign those groups to the user, and once user will get authenticated, so that group will be mapped to the your actual authorization, so that you can work with the that authorization. So that is a concept behind it. Is it clear?
Yes. So this CI access the role collection is a standard from the BTP, right? From
Yeah, this is a standard from the BTP, but I have given the same name in. You can say
same
that
name. Okay.
I will show you how it is differentiating, right? So I have given that CIAG access request, okay, and then here I am giving only one role because I have created only two roles there, right? One is
Yes.
request admin and one is super admin, correct?
Yes.
What I am doing, I am now I will not do means assign everything. So what I will do, whatever the groups you have created, this is a groups created in the you can say that IAG, right? So now whatever roles I want to provide via this, I can provide directly here. Access request others, and then attributes should be always groups, and value should be access request. Means you can find this side always same, but this side I'm changing the role collections. Means with one group you can provide multiple access. Understood? Even you are creating a concept of role collections. under role collections, right? So now I'm providing one more role, access request. CIAG access request, this one. And this is also getting mapped with the this one. Okay.
It's already there.
Okay, then I think I have to give admin. Is it? Access request is there, access request there. Access request admin. Here so what I have done, if you understand, I have created only one group, CIG access request admin here, right? And I'm trying to map this three role collections with this. Means if I am just assigning this groups to anyone, so he should get all access related with this, right? Access request admin, and access request others, right? So that I have done. Now I will create some more collections. And just for the safety purpose, I have tried few times. If you are not assigning this, so it is not working. I will not say every time it's true, but yeah, in some cases it doesn't work. So being on safer side, I will add this as well. Okay. So if you are creating any connections like that, you can add CIJ display if some you are facing some issue. Now
So,
I will create. Yeah, tell me.
so whoever has in IAS, like this, the right side, CIAG, access request admin, he will get all the corresponding roles which you have mapped.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
That's I'm trying to tell you that who whatever role I have mapped here, so that he will get all, right? So I have mapped CIAG access request admin from IAG, and this is your role collections in
Okay.
BTP. So once I will give this, you will get access for all these four. Understood? Now I have given CIAG super admin. So once I will give super admin, so you will get access for super admin as well. But yeah, means which even I am going to give you then in IAS side.
Okay.
Just for safety purpose, also I am assigning CIG display to super admin as well. Okay. Okay. So this is the role collection mapping I have done. Okay. Now I will test it. Okay. So how can I test? Just I will go and I will assign this, okay, to some user ID. It is done. I have to add user ID. Okay. So I will assign to me who want to check, who want to test. I will add to them as well. Who want to test quickly? Raise your hand, guys. Is it boring?
That's good.
Hey, Deepak, you want?
Yeah, Manju, you requested.
Yeah, Manjunath, you can add this question.
Okay. Okay. So I've just added nothing you have to do. You have to log in with custom identity provider and see how your screen is showing. Before that, let me log in and I will show you. Okay. But don't go right now. I will tell you that. Okay. Don't go like that. And what we have to do, once you have assigned these groups, then you have to just go and check that uh, job, job which you have created, right? So now I will go and schedule job again. Repository this sync. Now I'm going to job history. Check this job is also completed. Review completed. Yeah, 8 groups created in IAC. Job list. Now I want you to check that what is your access saying. Go to your access. I'm trying to sign again. I will go for custom identity provider now here. And what role have been assigned to me? Access request admin, and then you can see that access request for others, right? So I am able to see whatever coming under the access request reports related with access request, these three tabs, access request others, and then whatever the admin tab required for the access request. Fortunately, with that only I'm able to get my informations. Now if everything is fine, whatever roles and groups is assigned, it should display to me. You can find it, right? My user ID, first name, last name, this one updated when it is updated today only, and user groups assigned only one, that is IF manager. This is, remember that it will not show you that uh, authorizations rule, because this will just show you that roles, that is a IS role designed for the IAG. Means you are a manager, you are a some, means that is a, you can say position rules, right? So that will show to you. Nothing CIAG rule, it will not show. It's very clear, because it is just your profile. My information is nothing but your profile, but it's not giving you the authorizations. Authorizations is always dynamically, and that will not display here, because that is coming via the role mapping. So that will not display here. But if you will assign any roles, so if means like that means you can say Deepak and Manjunath, you can go and check that what roles is assigned to, what groups is assigned to you. Is it different other than me? Because if it is anything assigned, like I can check quickly here. In case of
Yeah,
Dinesh,
I have like 8 groups assigned.
yeah, you have 8 roles, right? For even Deepak, I think I have, there are multiple rows. So this all rows, CIJ will not display, that is for sure, other than whatever groups coming with IAG that should display. So Deepak, you should three groups should be displayed to you. Sometimes roles and groups I interchange, please excuse me, because that is a so common words, but here I am discussing about groups only. Okay, Manjunath, in your case you have the groups, and you have multiple groups except CIEG access request admin group, all should be displayed to you.
Yeah, that's
As
right.
so means it is your profile. So what are you supposed to, whatever, so I is, this is giving you the informations re, regarding you, your profile, right? Even though in this, if you will fill all these details, user details like that, all these things, so it will display here, whatever position, cost center, location, division. So what details it is fetching from here, either employee informations, company informations, custom attributes, anything if it is coming, so it will be displayed. Right now, since it is field not filled, so that's why it's not coming. But once you will fill data, you can check it, you can try changing some data, you can, after that you can run the sync, you can find that all those things get uh, updated there. Okay, so that is showing your my information, this is fetching your data. And you have seen that neither this role is showing to me here, nor it will show to me in BTP account. Okay, because see, right now I'm logged in with even my name is there, but you can find that I've logged in with the user ID, this one, and I'm logged in by the custom identity provider. Custom identity provider doesn't have anything. Go to here. So if you'll come to my user ID, and this is my user ID, I have logged in today, and you can find that the Nuru collection directly assigned, but I'm able to fetch all these details, right? So from where it is coming? It is coming from IS directly. Means these roles are directly mapped on the IS. Any dot delete, because after that IS configurations, how from authorizations fetching from the IS, and these things we are going to end here, right? So if any dot you are having related with that, please let me know.
Hi Prakash, can you please tell me what is the difference between custom identity provider and default entity provider in IAG? Uh,
Yeah. See, identity provider, I have explained first day only. What
hmm,
identity provider does? Identity provider proves you who are you are, right? Just
hmm,
proves you. So your data is stored when you are
hmm,
joining any organizations. So your data is stored somewhere in
hmm,
some database from where you are getting authenticated, right?
hmm,
Somewhere you know that single sign-on is working. You're just going, getting laptop for some organization. Everything is coming automatically for you. How it is
hmm,
happening? Somewhere your database is maintained and you are getting authenticated for everything, so that every time you're not
hmm.
getting the asking the access, right? So
Okay.
you have link, you have everything, and you are getting, means everything is getting authenticated. So that
Hmm,
is, in a very layman term, I'm saying that nothing but your data, your username, last name, first name, user ID, password for sure, and some
hmm,
other details. Based on that, you are getting identified. So that
hmm,
is a job of identity provider.
hmm,
Now you are asking me that what is a default identity provider and what is a custom identity provider.
hmm,
Default identity, when I is application given to me first time, so
hmm,
it is mandatory to, if you are going to get any applications from anywhere, right? So
hmm,
same way for SAP, if you are going to get the application from SAP, so first time at least one user must be created into SAP user database, and those
hmm,
are the S user normally. Okay,
hmm,
no, not normally, mandatory, I will say. If you
hmm,
have the S user, then you can request some applications from that. Or if you are not having, so first time if you are requesting, so one S user will be created for you. Clear?
hmm,
If you
hmm,
are just creating a new, you can say partnership or new customers, you are, means you are purchasing new license with the SAP. So
hmm,
first time, at least for one user, S user will be created for you. So
hmm,
means SAP maintains your data, all your data, right? For which he has given system to you. Now he has given add-on to you, right? That if you want to create some more users in their
hmm.
database, you can create it. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so you can create it. That is called default identity provider. Means if you want, for that, what is happening, if you want to create, then you have to generate universal ID in their database, right?
Hmm,
So
hmm,
assume that I have created all of your ID into this mentors pool sub account, right? Here, this place Ankit has created for all of you. You can see
hmm.
this, uh, but just creating here, you will not able to log in.
Correct.
Understand?
Correct.
Just I have created your here account, but you will not. For that, what you have done, you may have gone and created your account on SAP database.
Hmm,
Understood?
hmm,
Just you may ask that, if my user ID have been already created in BTP, then why I am not able to log in? Question is
hmm,
very simple, right? So reason is that this application is getting authenticated from somewhere else, right? And either from any place. So in that case, if you are not having any of your personal database, then you must get authenticated from the SAP database.
hmm,
You can't directly go and log in into BTP because someone have created mail ID for you. Okay,
hmm,
clear?
hmm. Yeah.
So just creating the mail ID means adding mail ID here is not giving you the access.
Hmm,
You first must get authenticated, right?
hmm,
So that's
hmm,
why our identity provider is here. Now coming to the real time environment, I have told that, okay, means these are the all users, 5, 10, for all of you have created your user ID in the
hmm,
this place, and then you went and logged in and created your user ID in the SAP database as well. Assume that an organization having even 500 employee,
hmm.
1000 employee, 2000 employee, 1 lakh employee. Is it feasible to go and every user and create a database in SAP?
No.
Means anyhow you have some database, right?
Hmm.
Every company have their own database, right?
Yes.
So why all of their user database should means sent to some other company, right?
Hmm.
Understood. That's why custom identity provider is coming to the picture. Means I should own that. This admin means, however, this system is also from provided by SAP, but this
Hmm.
database we are managing. Means if I am providing you, I am giving your user ID, password, department name, whatever all details I am putting it to you, but
Hmm.
SAP will not come to know about this detail, because we are the a person who can know only about your details. SAP is not going to do anything with that data, because this is not SAP database. This is application provided by SAP, but not the database owned by SAP. So that's why it is called custom identity provider, because we are maintaining our own data here.
Okay. Okay. Now got it.
Yeah. So it is always a best practice to use your custom identity provider, because it's not a good practice to go and create your universal ID in SAP database and then log in. So that's
Hmm.
why they are, for every applications, cloud applications, they are giving a IS tenant as a free. Okay.
Okay.
You have no
Oh,
need to purchase even.
okay. Thank you.
No problem. Any other doubt, please? No. If there is no doubt, then I will start for the another means side of the story today, that is integration scenario. So since it is a authentications and authorization side, so we can take a break at this point of time, and after that we can start already 8:02, so we can start at 8:15, right? Is it fine? But I want that everyone should be available by 8:15. And if you have any doubt, you can still means proceed ahead with your doubts. If there is no doubt, then please go take a rest for 10 minutes. Be fresh. I'm also coming in back in by 8:15 sharp.
Okay, brother. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks. Hi everyone, I'm back. Who are already available can raise your hand. Hope all of you are available.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Manju is there, Preeti is there, Prasanna is there, Deepak already there, Akash, Janvi is absent today. Okay. Okay, so we will start it for today's session, and I will share my screen first. My screen is still sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So till now, as we have already recapped it, so we are trying to set up our environment. Our environment have been set up. We can authenticate it. We can assign authorization to anyone. Means we are able to work now, right? So now our goal is to means IAG system. What is the purpose of IAG system? IAG system purpose to do the risk analysis, to perform the you can say that access provisioning. So for that we require systems, right? Means IAG is not a system that works in silos, right? So it requires, so whoever systems in your landscape, whatever systems in your landscape, all need to be integrated with the IAG. Then IAG will do the provisioning to them. Then they will do risk analysis in them. Then you can utilize privilege access management. So IAG is your, you can say, access provisioning system, and access provisioning is required in all of your system, right? So that is a reason that you should have knowledge of that is like you can say most important thing, that you must have knowledge of the IAG integration scenarios, how IAG integrate with the different systems, right? IAG, and that is a one of the best features, and that is a one reason that IAG is, means you can say becomes mandatory part of our, you can say this integration, means you can say this cloud journey, or that is the reason even people are trying to either use IAG as a bridge, or you can say IAG as a full-fledged. So that is a one of the most important thing, that means integration, how IAG provide the integrations, right? So coming to the today's topic, it's not list is not big. uh, okay, so just I will discuss the integration scenario in IAG, and then I will give you the cloud connector overview, and then I will give the adding sub account in the cloud connector. Just to add it here, we had a plan for the IPS. So what happened, IPS having some issue. So we had raised with one incident with the, you can say that SAP, so that that once that issue will be resolved in the IPS, so we'll go ahead. That is also part of our, you can say, integration scenarios only, right? So both the integration scenarios, we will take 2 days. Starting from 2 days, next class will also for the integration scenarios only, because it is a big topic. Even 2 days is quite less, but we can't do everyday integrations, right? We don't have such a number of systems, so we can't do integration with for longer time. But yeah, if you will come to the any IAG implementation, integration is the major part, means you can say major part or major chunk of your implementations, right? So, and you need to understand, it's also not like GRC, every integration goes like in the same way. Each integration have some, you can say, some click, some difference, some things, but we have tried to find out that what are the, you can say, high level differences between that. You can understand, you can find those things, right? So that is a important things. First I will try to explain those things. Okay, so if you will come to the IAG, so IAG having the three integration scenarios, right? High level. Don't compare it with the integration scenarios parameter in the GRC. I'm trying integration scenario means, you can say, use case, how IAG integrating with the system. So one integration is like direct integration. Means IAG does not require any system between target and IAG. IAG can directly integrate with that system. So that is called direct integration. Then it is coming to the IPS proxy. IPS proxy means, initially when IAG come into the picture in 2018, IAG was developing their own, you can say, connectors, and they have started developing connectors, and they have developed multiple connectors in, you can say that, their own. But then IAG means SAP strategy had that SAP developed one other system just for the provisioning purpose, and that is called Identity Provisioning Service. This system's main job is to integrate system and do provisioning in that system, right? So that is a service of this Identity Provisioning Service. So they were doing the same job and duplicating it, and sometimes creating challenge. So later on, IAG means, you can say, SCP came into the conclusion that we will have only one applications for the integration for any system or a provisioning to any system, and that will be the IPS. IAG is not going to do the provisioning. So if I have IAG to do the provisioning, then they have to use the IPS proxy. Okay, so what is IPS proxy, how it will work, surely that will be a complete session, but just now I'm trying to make you understand that. So IPS come into the picture. So that's the reason IPS is also integral part of your IAG implementation. Right now, if you someone coming from the 6 months or 1 year back, so they may find that there were multiple systems which were following the direct integration, but slowly all are coming into via IPS proxy. And in future, even now few systems still left, but in future I feel that direct integration, that burden will be removed, and only you will find that IPS proxy and cloud connector remaining. I will explain both the differences, what is the high level differences. So direct integration I have written, but remember that it's not the major chunk. It is just still few system IAS is integrating directly with himself without any help from any other services or applications. That is called direct integration. But in future, you will not find, it may be possible that you will not find any system that is directly integrating. Each and every system getting migrated to IPS if it is right now direct integration. Okay, so that is the thing. And so IPS proxy is nothing but that means we are creating a system, we are integrating our IPS with the IAG, and then all integration task being happen in IPS. Read and write is being done via the IPS. Either you are trying to read a user, either you are trying to read or access, both things, read and write, writing user and writing access, IPS is doing, right? So that's why integration is being done in IPS, and centrally we can say that IAG is just doing the all access request approval and doing everything, it is sending to the IPS, right? And IPS doing the job and IPS doing the writing and reading. So that is the purpose, and that is called proxy. So IPS is means not being used directly, but IPS is being used as a proxy, and we are using, you can say that IAG is the main system. IAG is doing the means provisioning task, but writing via IPS, using IPS, you can say that. That is the concept of the IPS. Now coming to the, still there are many systems and that required cloud connector. It may be via IPS proxy or it may not be. That can be a different case. That depends on the different scenarios. But cloud connector is mandatory for few system. So what are the system for which cloud connector is mandatory? So in a straight word, I can tell you that that is on-premise systems. Assume that you are means trying to integrate any applications, cloud applications, then it will only go via the either direct integration or via IPS proxy. But if you have to go to integrate any S4 HANA system, any ABAP systems, which is in your on-premise, right? Then you must have cloud connector installed into your on-premise, right? So that is called cloud connector. And importance of cloud connector, right? What is cloud connector? We will come later pages. So today's session is all about cloud connector and integration scenarios. Means I have just tried to explain it here. So integration scenario, if you really need to understand, surely you should go. Means how many of you have already gone through the standard IAG documentation? Have you tried any time? If not, then I can show you a glimpse right now. Okay. Don't know if I have a admin guide with myself. Yeah, I have. Yeah, this is the admin guide, and if you will just for how integration is important, that's I will show you. See, this page is still here. You have done all the things related with management and everything, and then it starts from the integration scenario. It is a starting integration scenario, and this complete document ended till integration scenario 177 page, right? So you can understand the complexity and you can understand the importance of the integration scenarios, how much complicated it is and how much you need to understand this thing. This is the out of 190 page, uh, mostly you can say approximately 1 different type of systems, how it integrates. So just I will take any example for all type and I can show you how it is getting integrated. Like for direct integration, here I will show you, it will give you very means clear glimpse. Ariba V1. V1 is nothing but means earlier it was getting integrated via, can say, earlier it was getting integrated via directly, and V2 now it is getting integrated via, you can say,
IPS proxy.
exactly. That is on-premise web system Ariba. So if you will see this Ariba first one, okay. So if you will go there, create a system for Ariba in a system map. And before that, I think Ariba start before that. Yeah, this is it starts from here, V1. V1. So process overview, I will tell if you are going through this document, how you have to understand how means this connection is going. So high level, this is going giving you the process overview. Always go to the process overview. It will give you the steps, right? Remaining thing, if you know creating destinations, you can create. If you know creating proxy, you can create, right? So you need to understand how this system is getting supported in SAP Business. Setup destination in Ariba directly means BTP cockpit. You have to set up destination, and then next step that is mandatory for the all the system. You have to go ISG launchpad, and in system apps you have to add that, and job scheduler. That is a so this step, these two steps is always being done in your ISG application. This step means creating destinations. If you are creating direct connection, direct integrations, means it will be done into your uh, on BTP cockpit, right? But if you are doing via, you can say, IPS, then this will be done in your IPS. So that is the only difference you will find. So as you can see that V1 is nothing but your both things are same. But yeah, V1 now they are saying that that is old type of connector, right? Still, if you are using that, so that is a old type of connector. Now coming to V2, this information is the process for connecting Ariba to the SAP Cloud Identity Access Governance and Services. It's a cloud base and it is trying to initiate request, which is a, so now coming to here, right? Here. So here it is clearly saying that create proxy system, right? So now they are asking, still you have to create the BTP destination, but for that creating BTP destination, you have to create proxy system, right? So you have to use proxy system here, and nothing but remaining things will be mostly same, and remaining two tasks will be still done in IAG, like adding system and running job. These things are surely IAG is the main system, so that will be done. But yeah, this two versions are nothing but you have to just utilize two different type of connectors, right? Now coming to few others type of connectors, means just for your understanding purpose, I'm trying to how you can read this document if you are trying to do for integrations, right? So now going for SAP ABAP on premise. So what is required? If you will go to the SAP on-premise, ABAP, S4HANA, any on-premise system, right? It doesn't matter which system you are giving, any on-premise system if you are going. So what is required? Okay, so you have to do install Cloud Connector and set destination. I think it is ABAP only, right? Yeah, ABAP on-premise. For that, what is required? Those things are still there. Process, if you will go, so process is very clear that you have to give SAP BTP setup destinations and SAP ABAP on-premise system. Destination you have to set up in directly in IAG BTP, and then you have to go to system, and these three steps are there. Other than what you have to do, you have to set up cloud connector, right? Cloud connector, and you have to set up destination there. So if you will go to any type of ABAP systems or any type of on-premise system, in that case you have to use the cloud connector. Surely when it is not the very detailed documentation for installing and maintaining cloud connector, so that is only one place somewhere it is maintained, right? So in this way you have to understand that. Now I will show any direct connection that you can anyhow. Ariba V1 is a direct connection, Ariba V2 is a proxy system connection, and then ABAP on premise is a via the cloud connector. So once you will read this documentation, you will try to understand that how the different type of connection is working. That I have tried to, you can say, summarize here, and that those things are, everything is coming here in our. So this is a high level, means you can say segregation of direct integration via IPS proxy or cloud connector. So these are the three ways you are connecting your systems. uh, Nothing you can say hard and fast rule. Today Ariba is, if you're going through, means you can use both the way. Most of the things are migrating by a proxy. So I will tell you that after 6 months or after 1 year down the line, you may find that direct integration is not available. Right now only few system left, like Ariba V1 is left. IS, uh, for IS also you will find some V1 and V2, I think.
Yeah, for IAS and Ariba, there is already V2, Prakash.
Yeah, both are having two type of integration, and then for, you can say, field glass, still we are following that, means direct integration. But yeah, means I'm very clear told that I'm right now teaching you that it is a direct integration, nothing but means we are doing all the configuration in IAG side, but same type of things can be done IPS proxy. Even though you are aware about that, it's not quite difficult. You will learn how we are doing IPS proxy, because that is the most important integration scenario as of now. I can tell you that, and all new connector, at least for cloud side, are getting developed now in IPS side. No new connector coming in the IAG side, right? So whatever old one is there, either they are continuing or they are migrating. That is the case, right? So in sometimes they will get migrated, or if they are just supporting some clients, so that's why they are keeping the old one for some time, but slowly they are migrating. Cloud connector, that is mandatory if you are doing the any on-premise system, and today we are taking the case for that. Okay.
Prakash,
Yeah.
this
So
document will also give for the success factors,
this document means which right now guide I
the
assume,
SAP,
right?
the
Guide.
SAP one, yeah, the
Yeah,
which you
guide
showed.
guide have everything. I think
Okay,
guide have everything. Success factor have two type of connections. Everything is there. Yeah.
okay, thank you.
So now coming to that SAP Cloud Connector overview. One thing I will tell you that SAP Cloud Connector is a totally basis type of things. We are not expert, so we are just having our task, what we have to do, and for that perspective, I can tell you that I can guide you, but I'm not an expert of means, so you can say Cloud Connector, right? It is a totally installation and everything we can't do. We are a consultant, and we are, you can say, application consultant. But yeah, we can do our task, and that I will guide you what we can do, and normally what comes into our area, right? Installation is not our part, so we have not discussed installation anyhow here, right? So we are just trying to do how we have to integrate it with the BTP, and how we can integrate via this to our on-premise system. So here, uh, what exactly SAP Cloud Connector? So it is just try to understand that you have some on-premise landscape, right? So we do not want to, means you can say our system do not want to integrate directly to your system, any ABAP system, any your on-premise system directly, right? So they are having, they are asking you to install applications in your, you can say that landscape, so that whatever cloud application is getting the request or reading the things or writing the thing, that must be done via that. So and you can say added level of security, right? So that not anything should go and write directly to your applications, right? So your applications will be safe. So whatever the things coming, what SAP Cloud Connector is the secure from, that is the SAP Cloud Connector runs on an on-premise agent in a secured network and act as a reverse invoke proxy between the on-premise network and SAP BTP. Cloud Connector is an application that can be installed in Windows, Linux, MS, Mac operating system. Just to add on here, it doesn't require means it is not a very big type of system, because it is just reading and writing data. It's not storing anything into that. So just means if you go to the configurations, they are just asking that RAM 4 GB or even 5 GB is sufficient. Sorry, RAM is I think 1 GB is sufficient, or 3 GB, I don't remember exactly, but yeah, something. But yeah, 3 4 type means like even data is don't require more than 20 GB. So 20 GB data, and you can say that 3 GB or 4 GB some RAM is there. So if you are having a machine, I think that type of machine can be your laptop only, right? And server is surely having a lot. So means it's not required a, you can say, bigger thing. But yeah, if you're having 20 GB of space and then 3 GB 4 GB of RAM, so your cloud connector can run onto on your system, right? So cloud connector is a very small lightweight system, because it is just working, you can say, agent between your on-premise network and your cloud network, so that no any cloud application directly go and do any harm to your system. And they have lot of security. Every time security patches are being come to your, you can say, cloud connector. So cloud connector is really means, you can say, very secure things, and you can't do anything directly into your system. So that's only I can give you knowledge about cloud connector. Surely if you want to read details, that's these things, login and everything I can show you. Okay, just for overview purpose, I have shown you that how you can create it. So this is the like adding sub account, how you can add the sub account, right? Before going to add the sub account, if you have not added the sub account, then it will look like that. Means just I have took a screenshot today only from IAG demo account. I think who have seen already earlier same, right? But today I have integrated cloud connector, and for integrating that, you are not doing anything here. Everything is being done in a, so what details is required, that I will means explain in details. You want to know that what is required, out of those, most important thing is that you have to understand provider, right? So these three important things, these things are very important, because now what is happening, even in one region you are finding multiple provider. So sometimes you are selecting Europe Frankfurt, and then you are selecting the wrong provider, and in that case it will not work, right? So that details is very much required. And then you have to add a sub account. Once you will add a sub account like that, so what is here required, like that, this is Euro Frankfurt. I will say that once I have tried to do, it is a wrong configuration. I will show you the correct configuration. Sub account ID, display name you can give anything. Sub account user, I have given this, but I will explain this as well, that this is not the correct one and why it is. Location ID, just for the, you can say, knowledge purpose, in this way you can do it, and I have given it. Better I will show in the system all these things, okay, so that you can understand it better. So normally you will find this type of SAP Cloud Connector, right? So this is a Cloud Connector, and first time if you are going to use into your system, then you will find that some error type of thing. Then you have to go to advanced, and you can go it to proceed it. Right now I can't show that a screenshot, okay, because I have already done it and I'm able to go into. But first time if you're going, it will show not secure or something, and I think after that you have to just click on proceed it, some option is coming. Okay, I have to log in into this. So you can see that as soon as it is added, you find that it is showing security status risk. Surely it is a, you can say, just a demo type of system, so nobody is managing it very well. But yeah, if your security status is risk, then it may be possible that you can make the setup that you can't, means if security status is risk, then you can't, your connector can't go ahead and connect it to be with the on-premise system. So that is a type of configuration you can make it. Even so, if you any risk is coming, first you have to, you can say, just try to figure out the risk, try to fix the patches and whatever the things, right, to fix the issues so it will identify that risk and you can do it. So what you are doing here, you are adding the sub account, right? Once you are coming here, so you can see that different sub account is added here. Okay, so how you are adding the sub account? Okay? So you just come here, click it here, okay, and you have to give the reason. And I have shown you that the problem, right? So if you are going Euro Frankfurt, so this is wrong one, right? So if you are going to Euro Frankfurt, how you will understand that which is Euro Frankfurt or something, right? You will not able to understand. If you are going to do here Euro Frankfurt, so you need to understand from this, okay? U2 hana.ondemand.com, right? U2. Now come to your on system, means your BTP landscape. So you have to come to your BTP landscape. Come to your sub account, because you are trying to add sub account here. So once you will come to sub account, so you have to find that Amazon Web Services. That fine, this is fine, no problem. Now coming to here, okay, this U10, it is clearly showing you U10, and if you are going to select here this U2, means you are going to do mistake, right? So that is very much means very confusing. So every time you have to sync that, means because not clearly written, right? It's not clearly written U10 or you, means it is AWS or it is. So how you will understand that? So that is a way you have to always go through the URL. URL will be like u2.hana.ondemand.com, and that is for Frankfurt, right? Even same sorry, it is also your offering fat. I have selected, I have not checked first time, and then I have selected, then it was not working. So I came to know that okay, it is U10. U10, I have not selected U10. So for that we have to go for the U10. So that time you have to go and select that. You try to find out if any other Euro, means Frankfurt is also there, right? See, it is clearly writing that Euro Frankfurt uh, AWS to AWS. Even for AWS, will find two. Again, confusing, right? So this is your final thing. Means U10, not only AWS. AWS, just you are remembering that AWS, then also you may get confused. So always go with the URL which is coming from the your BTP account. Clear, right? So if you are going to connect with cloud connector, so be careful. That is always a common problem, and it's always happening. What second problem can happen? So I have to select AWS Europe, Frankfurt, not 11, but sorry, Europe, Frankfurt, and AWS. So this is your right configuration. Now you have to give the sub account ID, this one. Oh, display name can be anything, not a problem. Login email. This also you have to recall that normal, it means you can say that, means if you will go to documentation, they will just say that okay, BTP mail ID means you have mail ID, even I have mail ID, but that will not going to work here, because it requires the mail ID which is S user, means which is associated with the S user. As I have told, first time this account is being created, so minimum bunnies user is required, right? So in this case, it means we will try giving our user ID and password. It will not work. It will only take the users whose S user is, means you can say S user is used for requesting this account, right? And in that case, in this case, Ankit is the right person. So Ankit user ID and password. Here I can't do that. Okay, that's why I have done in a backend and I have done it earlier. Okay, so that's, you have to give Ankit user ID and password just for the showing purpose. On a screenshot I have given myself, but remember that I am trying to make you understand. Once you will give, just you have to save, nothing else. And once you will save it, it will show like that. Okay, so this is your things. And once it is showing here, stated it is already showing green. So operational, since you can say find at today's only, we have added today only, December 24 2022. Okay, some time back, and we have added. And now if you go to the cloud connectors here, so whoever seen this cloud connector earlier, you may remember that this is not available, right? So this we have added today only, if you can find that. So we have added it today, and you will able, whatever you have added there, you will able to find it here, right? So that is, so in this way you can add cloud connector. Even you can add, can you ask that, can we add more than one cloud connector to our sub account? So that's true. You can add more than one sub account. For that, what is the most important thing you have to do? For that, you have to utilize this location. Okay. So once you are going to create any integration, so it will ask which location you are going to add. That will also I will show. But yeah, where it is. Yeah. So once you are going to add sub account, so there is one thing asking location ID. However, it is not mandatory. But assume that in productive landscape, if you want to use more, means you can say SAP Cloud Connector for any purpose. It can be security purpose, it can be performance purpose, it can be anything, right? So if you want to use more than one, or sometimes even you can say a backup purpose, means one is master, one is you can say sleep type of combination. So that is also. So if you want to use any purpose, so for that you have to give location ID here, right? Location ID will identify your cloud connector, means which cloud connector you are trying to utilize. Right? So that is a very important parameter. However, it is not mandatory. Once you have added it, then you have to, as we have explained that, you will find it here. Now you have to add multiple systems, right? So for system wise, I have already added one. This can't I do twice, but this I have already done it, but I will show it once right now and doing it. Okay, so right now I will do it and show it, right, so that you can understand. However, for doing purpose, I have already documented everything here, but yeah, I will do it once for one new system so that you can understand it. Okay. So what you are doing, you have just right now just you have integrated your sub account with cloud connector, right? Means you have added your sub account into your cloud connector, and you can identify with the name. So this is your cloud connectors, right? So here you can find a different means you can say, so sub account. So you have to go into this sub account, right? You have three sub account. For which sub account you have added, this is your sub account, you have to select and you have to go and work, right? Now you have to add a system. How you have to adding the system? Cloud to on-premise. That is our connection. We are not doing on-premise to cloud. Means our IAG is trying to read data or write data into on-premise. So our connection will go as a cloud to on-premise. I have done one. Okay. So if I will just show it a screenshot, you may not understand better. I will add one more system. For that, what I require. For adding any system, what I require. Okay. So I will just show you that. I have added, I think, GRC. So now I will try to add in ECC. So this is system. you want to know the details. Details means that at least you should know that port, on which port data can get read, and which what should be the server host name. So this is two important thing you have to know from the any system, which system you are going to connect. Like I'm going to connect this ERP system, so I have to go and find that, and for that we have to execute SMICM transactions. Okay, and here service port number is 0. It's really I'm really it's little looks little incorrect. I don't know why, but I will try. It may possible that this connection may not work because HTTPS service port name is showing that 0. It should not be like that. Okay, I will try with a standard port. Uh, Normally HTTPS port should be 443, but I don't know why it is showing 0. If it doesn't work, then I think Ankit, you have to take care of this. But I will try connecting this. Okay. So normally you have to this, you have to host name and you have to service name port. These things normally will be given. I can show you for the another system how it is looks like. This is our GRC system. I haven't tried for that ECC system earlier, but this one I have already done. So you can go to and then services. You can find it, right? HTTPS is 443, HTTPS 8443, right? The SMTP. So this are the port we are having. So you can use for HTTPS we have to use, so any port we can use, like 2 port is given here. Fine. So now I will try to show you how we are connecting it. Okay. So you have to come into access control and you have to add a virtual system, right? Come here. First, before that, I will show you once again. Come here. You can see only one system, right? MPool IAG GRC V1200 443. So this is the one system you are able to see, and it is showing available. So after doing this, one more system should be available. Okay. I'm going to select ABAP system. There is no doubt on that. Next, protocol. So protocol, as we have discussed that, we will select HTTPS because our GR means any ABAP system is following two protocols, mostly either HTTPS or RFC. This connection I am going to use means HTTPS. Next, internal host and port, right? So that things you have to use, and for that this is required, and that's why if it is wrong, it will not work. I am just server erp.com. And just for safety purpose, because normally for HTTPS this is the port I'm using this. If I will give 0, I can show you that if I'm giving 0, and so it will say invalid numerical port. It should be minimum from 1 to this, right? So it will not work. What is 0 maintained there? So that's why I'm saying that that's not correct one. So we have to give I'm using right now this one. Okay, so server erpworld.com, I think that should be the right one, right? Server erp.world.com. Fine. Now this is just we have given server internal host and port, nothing else. And it virtual host, virtual host, what you can give it, you can keep it same, but normally like that it's saying that it's recommended to use a virtual name that is different from internal name, right? Just for the security purpose it is recommended. So you can use anything, like I can give pool IAG. Okay. ERP simple. Port I can leave it as it is. So it is a means IAG ERP connection, so I'm trying to give ERP. Here principal type we are using 509 certificate general usage. Even you can use none. I am not very much expert on this side, but yeah, I always use general usage for 509 certificate. Host in request header, but use virtual host, use internal host. Which one you want to use, you can use it. I'm using the default one. IAG ERP connection. So this is the task you're doing. Next go, you can text it, trust for it is burning message coming. So it's coming and now you have to just finish it. So it's checking that unchecked. So it will show if it is fine, if my connection is fine, if port is correct, then it should work. And this is just check availability the internal host, right? So I will check from here only, not reachable. And that the fear I had. Okay. I don't know what port can be given. Ankit, are you in call? Problem. Uh, Anyhow, that's I wanted to know you. I have not done anything differently for this. My goal is to that tell you, and in future, if like that in next call, if Ankit is able to get the correct port number for this, I will keep it still there, and I can show you that just changing the port should work here. Anyone can help me if any other port we used normally in, you can say our ERP type of means you can say standard or common used port. Don't know why it is not taking 0. Let me try once. 0 0. It's not taking 0.
Somewhere we saw that 8443, right? That is for previous one.
Yeah, that's for actually this one GRC one. I have two
Okay.
system. GRC have already integrated. I wanted to show you with, but yeah, we can try once. Nothing. We are nothing going to lose, right? It may
Yeah, if that works, it will connect. Otherwise, not.
means nothing. I will tell you that there is no any problem. It's
Mm-hmm.
very fine. Okay, there is no any other problem here. So only problem is that this port. And once I have seen that point time, I understood that we are going to face this problem. Not reachable. Sorry, guys. I can't.
Prakash, you can
Yeah,
check it in EC system. Go to the EC
yeah.
system. Go to RZ10. Whether the
Okay.
parameter has been maintained or not. So HTTPS parameter has been maintained or not. If it is
Yeah.
parameter is not
Someone.
maintained, no. So we won't get. So
Okay.
you
So
can explore
yeah,
that.
this one.
Yes. Select which one? So last one. Instance buffer.
Okay.
Okay. Click on extended maintenance. Like you
Display.
can click on display. So we can see here whether we have any parameters has been maintained. So HTTP. No, no parameters has been maintained. If you
Hmm.
go to that GRC system, so
Yeah.
there you can able to see that HTTPS configuration should be maintained.
Because can't we delete that GRC connection and redo it?
That's also a good idea. Not a problem. I can do it.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyhow, means that's fine. But if we are able to get it, that would be nice. In
Fine,
means
I'll
future
check with the
cases.
person who is maintaining it, okay? I
Okay,
will
fine.
then
Yeah, so guys, just for your case, what I will do, I will delete it. Okay, if you'll see that, and I will try to show you so that you can understand it better. Okay, so for that resource first I will delete. Resources are, I think I have already copied it somewhere. No, then let me copy this resource. We need to add some more resources, but just for example, first I am showing one. So let me delete this resource. If you are not having any resource, then it will show like that. There is no accessible resources. Okay, and then I will delete this as well. Okay. And I think if you will refresh that, I will also show you. If you will refresh this, you can refresh it from here. However, automatically doing, right, but none. It is showing that none. Okay, since it is created, so it's showing displaying here, but resources are showing none. Just I will give the same name so that it should not create any confusion to understanding to the system. Okay, yeah, that get deleted. It is showing here, which I have created there, but it availability is showing none. Understood? This is the ERP one that is already removed. GRC is already removed. Sorry. Now I will go there and we can create quickly. Just go here, add system, above system, next HTTPS, next internal host. I think I have, this is the internal host and server is 443. Go to next. Same thing as I've told that you can create, you can give your name, whatever name you want to give. pool.iag.grc. Okay. Just for the understanding purpose, IAG, GRC, and it is a V1200. That's why I've given this virtual host name. Go to the next principal type. As I've told, we will select general access. Next, use virtual host. Next, description IAG integration. Okay, next you have to go, just review it, finish it. Now it is showing unchecked. Okay, and now you can go here and check the availability. So you can find that it's quickly going to reachable, right? So that's the way it's working. Connection is working in the same way. Here is only mistake. I have already shown that mistake. That means it's this port is not correct. So either we have to, once we will get the correct port, I can show you that this will also work, right? So that means it's not doing anything, just you can say opening a pipe, means you can say pipeline is between opening between this system and a cloud connector and your BTP cockpit. Remaining thing will be done later. Just cloud connector is setting a connection between your IAG and you can say that you. So that's the thing. Now this requires some resources. Which resources need to be done, right? For that you have to give, means like for if you have to utilize OData, you have to utilize some RFC, means different type of resources can be possible. That surely requires some details knowledge about the resources, and here you have to add it. Basically for HTTPS we are mostly using OData. Okay, so OData for we are giving this standard word, means okay. So whatever, I'm not only this path OData, but whatever the path coming under that, right? So you can select path and all subpaths and paths only, right? So paths, subpaths are excluded. So we want that whatever coming under OData, everything should come here, right? Now you have to give that OData. Just I'm giving OData only that description. So that is a placeholder, and you can see that once you will create it, so it is showing that green. Now you can see here also it is green, right? So this connection is getting created, right? So now you have to see into your this one directly. It refresh on some time, but if you will click on this, it will refresh and it can come here. So I'm not doing anything into your BTP account, right? Everything is being done into, you can see that cloud connector. So once you have done this, so what is happening now, you have a connection with you can say that any target applications, right? So means so you have to want to connect ACC, if you want to connect S4 HANA, you want to connect GRC. So that is creating a pipeline between that, but that is not completing your connections. right? That's the, you can say, one part of your connections. After that, you have to find user ID details, you have to find some other details, and then you have to go for the next level of integration. So for what you have to do for that, so these things will be utilized, these things will be utilized for that purpose, means whatever connection you are using, so that you have to utilize, these connections will be utilized for next purpose, because this is integrated with your SAP IAG, right? Means your BTP account and cloud connector. Any doubt till it here? No. So everything is documented, you can find it here like that. I have tried to document each and everything. Okay, so here what is important here, like that you have to go and you have to means add sub account, then you have to, what you have to find the details. Even I have mentioned all the, yeah, important means points whatever the coming here. The training data means, sorry, means location ID you can add. I think location ID this time, I mean, so for adding sub account, you have to give the location ID if you want. It's not mandatory. Once you have created it, then it will be displayed here as a training. And once this task is only one time, means you have no need to do it again and again, right? So that is a, you can say, a purpose of this. And once you have done, means your cloud connector is integrated with that. The next task is to add your system. How many system you want to add into your this cloud connector, you can add it here, right? So this is the placeholder, you can add multiple systems here. Okay. Any doubt? Because after that we are going for some, you can say, demo type of things, right? Means a demo is already some activities. Please, is it clear till it whatever we have discussed?
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Okay, if any doubt you can go ahead, or otherwise, as means we have one task related with that IAG means, you can say, rules in IS, so that we have to see again.
Prakash, do we have any load sync now or any communication user? Now we connected BTP with the cloud connector, right? For the
Mm,
setting up of GRC.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No, just we have connected I means BTP account, sub account, and you can say just created a channel like that, right?
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
yeah.
It's a
Once you have
communication channel.
exactly communication channel, it is not that if you have to integrate that system, then you have to come here and create a destinations, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to create a destinations. It's not, means that is going. So now what is happening, you are not using direct URL, means this URL. So what we will use, why it is being told that, so I will not use the direct URL now. What I will use this one, you can say that, which we are using in cloud connector, right? So cloud connectors, we are giving like that, this one, right? This is a URL type, so this is our, you can say, dummy
Yeah,
type of something,
yeah.
virtual host, right? So we will not use now direct host, so it will go virtual host, and virtual host means we can say will just what you can say, find out, or you can say, I'm not finding the correct word, means
Mm-hmm.
is, you can say, mapping it,
So it
right?
is
Mapping
there.
the, yeah,
Like it
it's
is
there.
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is
Mm-hmm.
that is maintained in the cloud connector. Means we are not directly giving all the data from the here. right? That is mapped in cloud connector. You are giving some value, any random value, anything that is not the direct value. It's mapping in you can say cloud connector, and from there you going user ID password you are maintaining here. Which communication user are you trying that we are maintaining here, right? But connection is going via that cloud connector, and whatever user ID password you are paging means you sending, that's working, right? So that's you can say a lot of means layers of security is being given.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you.
So once we will do the connections, that point of time we will see all these things, right? So
Yeah.
we will
Yeah.
do one connections from the on-premise system and one connections from the you can say that cloud system, right? So two connections we will complete, and for that point of time we will see that.
Yeah. Thank you.
So can just all of you try once and check your access if you are able to do via your P user ID login into IAG, because in next sessions that will be utilized. So I want to make sure that everyone are able to log in and able to means work, and you having the access. Also I will means give one task to create some users, means some rule mapping into you can say that your IAG application, means you can say IS applications. So all of you have already tried logging via your custom identity provider. If not, please log in once. I'm trying to give access to all of you. Are you trying there? Whoever able to log in, please just raise so that I'm confirmed.
So I have tried, but it is blank actually.
Uh,
Prasanna.
Provide access to everyone. Okay. This is the. I will give super admin to all of you. Okay. Edit. Sorry, no need to edit. Just edit. Priyank. Uh, Priyank, Ravi, Deepak. I know. Rajesh. Rajesh is there, right? Akash is there.
Yes.
Prasanna. Preeti. A few users, I think someone created random users, right? Anyone I have missed? Okay, can you check quickly? Prakash, Ankit, Janvi, Manjuna.
Please come down.
Yeah,
So
this
this
one.
Ravi,
Ravi. Ravi Shankar. Sorry,
Mm,
Ravi.
not this one.
Yeah.
Above
Question.
one actually.
Janvi
Which
also
one?
at the end. Janvi is there at the end.
Janvi. Okay, this one. Right. Ravi, this one, Ravi Shankar, right?
No, no, no. Above one. Above. Another above is the Ravi in the top.
This one,
Yes,
okay.
Ravi, yes.
Yeah, no problem. Now can all of you
And
try your
Didi has got or not? In
Didi,
Didi.
yeah, in Didi this.
Yeah, okay, fine.
So I think now I have given to everyone. 13 users are there. It may be possible that like Janvi. So this is not the correct Janvi. I think this is the correct Janvi. This is the which one is correct one. Janvi is not available. Anyhow, not a problem. Giving extra access is not going to harm. Okay, so all of you have now IAG super admin. So please go check your access and just try it, because just this is running means providing access you at runtime. So I hope even without running the sync you should able to get the access just for this access. Assigning this access will require to run the sync, but this access is working dynamically, and once you are able to log in, that point of time you can say this access is being provided to you dynamically. So that's I'm trying to check with you. Please check all of you have the, like if I'm right now this right, I have myself assigned the super admin. So you can find that if you are looking into my screen, it should get updated. Not it, is it? I have updated myself, right?
Any job sync needs to be done?
That's my understanding. It's not required because it's job access being provided on the runtime. What I feel that at the time of authentication, I didn't have access, so I am not running job. But what I will do, I will re-log in. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
tracing is not working because authentication is, yeah. So I think let me try. I You can find it right. So it should work for everyone. If it is not working, please just sign out and sign in, because this is the dynamic access and it doesn't require any sync to be done. But if I am giving you, you can say administrative access like approver, reviewer, that is, you can say IS specific access, right? So then in that case, I need to run the sync because that is IS group and I need to sync it to, right? That should be available here in my role. If it is not available, then I will not able to do this job. So all of you also please check your my informations. Once it is done, please just confirm me.
Yeah, it is working now.
Okay, so who are able to do it, please just,
Yeah, it's working for me also.
okay. Okay, so one task I'm trying to give you, just I'm trying to ping you, just try, quickly through one Excel sheet. Okay, so can you do it? Or making Excel sheet may take some time. So can you do one thing? You have IS access and you have BTP access. So just create a one role mapping. Okay, one role mapping. Try to create it and just What you have to do for the means it will not create any problem. Don't worry about that. Whatever you are creating, so since you can give any name, so in groups only you have to give your own user ID or any some identification so that I can identify you. Means like that if you are creating CIEG access request admin, right? So in last you have to just give something, right? Something like that. Either if you P005 then you can give just 5 or something 13 then you can just give 13. So in that way just create one role and just map it in and test it if it is working for you. Understood or not?
So we need to create a new group in IAS with
Exactly.
C,
Exactly.
and at the end we may need to add additional based on our ID.
No, I will see that once you are creating group in IS, so just for because identification purpose, otherwise what is happening, it may be possible that both of
Yeah, yeah,
writing the same name, so it will not create, right? Means you are also selecting access request admin, someone also selecting access request admin. So it may be possible that it will not create, you will not able to create. And also it may be possible that you will not able to identify your groups because see, these are just I'm doing for the your learning purpose so that you should able to understand this concept very better. In starting of the call I have told that this is the one of the most important thing, how assignment works, how access is working. So you need to understand that at least I'm trying to make one group must be created and it should get working for you. That is a one goal for this you can say activity. So just try to do it. Create any group, it doesn't matter. But yeah, just in right in last of your group, just give some identifications of you. Means you can just simple give like if Dinesh is there, so his user ID end with the 5, right? So you can just give 5. That's one.
yeah.
I think it is just a 5 to 10 minutes of task. It will not take more than that. And check your access. It is working or not. Later on, surely I will remove all those access, so don't worry about that. Later on, I will remove and I will. But that's why I'm saying that if you are keeping your identifications, so just you will learn. Otherwise, I'm just doing the system, but you may not able to understand what exactly I'm doing. Is it understood, everyone? If any problem, I am here. Please let me know.
Hello, Prakash.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, I have created a group in IS and the
Yeah.
name is IAG Access User and I have named at the end as PR, Priti Rani.
Okay. Yeah.
So now I will have to go into to
BTP
create other
cockpit.
yes, and
Yeah.
there which tab roles only.
No, that's I'm trying to explain. Go to BTP
Role
cockpit.
collection.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am already there.
You are in role collections? No.
No, I was in users. Okay, role connections. Okay.
No, no. Let me. You have to go first in uh,
Should
trust
I share?
config. Trust config. Can you share? Yeah, please share.
Ah, yes,
That would
yes.
be better. It will be means.
Yeah, I'm sharing now.
Yeah, I can say.
Okay. So now I'm okay. So first I created a group, this one in IS.
Hmm.
Okay. Now I went into BTP.
Hmm.
I'm into role collections.
No, no need to go to trust configuration. Just below down the.
Okay.
Go to trust configuration and then go little down. Okay, and you will
This side?
find second identity provider, right?
Yes.
This one, custom one. Click on
Mhm.
this side. Yeah, just try to open it. Yeah, now you will find role collection mappings.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, and here you have to do the role collections. So just add it. Means create. Are you having?
No, no, I don't have option.
You don't have options. Anyone have created? Means have options for this?
No, we do not have change access, Prashant.
Okay, Akash raised hand. Akash for okay.
Yeah, myself also don't have change access.
Okay, role collection mapping. Yeah, that is difficult. Let me check your access. Preeti Rani, right?
Yes.
Try again, Preeti. Yeah,
Okay.
just either refresh it or relog in it. Just refresh it. Page. Still you are not having?
No, no. Should I go back and then again come to the screen?
Just try to log out and log in.
Okay, on this screen.
Yes, same screen. You can log out because you have the access. I feel. Why it is not working for you? Destination cloud connect. I think you have the access. Okay.
So once we create the group in IAS, we need to add our ID, right, in there.
It's not a mandatory thing. I just wanted
Okay.
to that differentiate between like that.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it also like that in your future because this is we are giving a playground to play awfully, right?
Yes, now I have.
Yeah, so that's why means in future it should not create a problem. So we can delete if it is not created properly also, right? That means we are giving to use and make it. So that is the reason I have asking him like that. Okay, so Preeti, can you do it and create a
Yes. So now this is the group name that I created, IAG Access User.
yeah, this you have to copy because this you will not found there. Okay, just copy it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then yeah, just be there. Means whatever group you want to add it from there, that is fine. Role collection will come because that is a standard role collection from the BTP side. So it will come as a drop down. Attributes you have to go give groups
Yes.
G capital, yeah, and then value you have to give whatever the things you have copied.
Okay. So this is okay, right?
This is okay. Yeah, this is the task. I am not asking very big task.
Okay.
Only thing I wanted that because I have gone through that, and a small activity I've kept it.
Okay, so this is what I created. Okay.
Exactly.
So the
Prakash,
Yeah.
Rajesh here.
Hi,
I'm not
Rajesh.
having the option to create new role collection. Even though I could go to
Rajesh,
BTP
can
config.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rajesh, can you tell me your mail ID quickly?
Yeah, rajeshdattu@gmail.com.
Just give me a minute. Just log out for safety purpose and log in. I'm giving you access. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just log out and log in. Who else want to create it?
So Prakash, again, I will have to go into users and then I will have to add this group, right?
Exactly. Yeah, you have to go into group user.
So it
I
will be
Yeah, go to IS. Yeah,
okay. Okay.
and then this group you can add to your user.
that way internal all the
You
other
can add it to me
users
also,
can
Prakash. I
access.
have pinged my email on the chat.
Manju, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Prakash, can
told
you please
something.
add it mine also?
Yeah, I'm
sap.ravi.
just I'm doing one by one, please. Yeah. Now Manjunath, it is done for you. Who was next?
Yes, Ravi Shankar here. sap.trshankar
Ravishankar.
at gmail.
Yeah, Ravi.
sap.trshankar.
SAP.
Yep. I have the access. Thank you.
So I've assigned the group to my user.
Yeah, Ravishankar is done to you as well. Who left now? Sorry, guys, I'm asking because yeah, who left? Please let me know. I will assign to them.
Yeah, I have
Ravishankar.
pasted my email ID, Prasanna. SAP NW.
Yes, you. I will do in a
Yeah.
minute. Akash, I will do for everyone.
Prakash, whenever we can able to add this group to user, automatically that role collection also assigned to users, right?
I couldn't understand your question. Can you again, please?
No. So we in the role collection we added the group, right?
Yeah,
When I assigned that user in this group, so
yeah,
a user can able to get a role that roles. The role collection will assign to user or not?
yeah. Once you will assign this role to your user in IS, and whenever you are logging, right? So
Hmm.
in that case, it will be means access will be provided to you. What is the problem and challenge right now? I can do one thing. I can remove super admin to all of you. Okay, then you will find the difference. Otherwise, what is happening? You may find that not no any difference, right? Because you have the super admin. Not never go by a default identity provider now, because your user have the access in custom identity provider. So always log into IAG application via you can say this one, right? So it is Preeti screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So Akash,
So I assigned my user this particular group I created, IAG
yeah,
Access User.
yeah.
So now I logged in again into IAG
Hmm.
and will this be the group?
You have which rule you have add mapped there? I can't.
Okay,
No, it is
yes,
not from there. Rule collection, access
yes.
analysis. Yeah,
Yeah,
go
this
there now. I
one.
can explain. Yeah, yeah. Go there. I can explain
Ah, yes, yes.
access analysis. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay, understood. Thank you.
No problem. Done now for Akash. Akash, you can log off and log in. Again, I have assigned access to you. And for Didi also. Didi now. Okay. Ankit, Didi, which mail ID is here in BTP? Yeah, now I think it is assigned to everyone. Please, if it is you are still facing problem, log off and log in.
Uh, Prakash, after doing the role mapping, what is the next step?
You can assign and test it. That is the next thing. But before as testing it, remove your super admin role so that you can understand the difference.
Okay.
If it is done, please let me know. I have a small task for means a small activity still for today means that I have to complete it. If it is done, please let me know.
Please give the next task. Yeah.
Yes, sure. Like we are doing for the means you can say simple HTTPS connection. In case of GRC or any, you can say web systems for doing provisioning, or so you can say we require RFC connection only. Only O data is not going to help us. So we are having two type of connection. I'm sharing my screen. Okay. So just another type of connection is RFC connection. So that is left for the today, and I will just complete that. Okay. Please let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see?
Yes. Yeah.
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 Fine. Yeah. So that is also simple process. You can see here we have not added that. Yeah, no, I think here added. Yeah. So simple process again. System will be aware. There is no doubt. Here you have to select RFC. Once you will select the RFC, then it will change. Now it is not asking that. So it is asking the. So we will go. We are not going for system ID and message server. Here we are going with the without load balancing application server and instance number. You know how we are connecting our systems, right? So this is the simple way, and then we have to use you either you can give this one as well. Instance number is 00, right? 00 instance number is 00. Next you have to go and virtual application server, again you can name like something like that. And to identify that it is RFC, I will just write RFC, nothing else. It is RFC connection. Descriptions you have to give. IAG. To go next. Oh, sorry. I think it's created out. Last step I have not checked. It is fine. Principal type none. Nothing else is coming. Yeah. Now let me check if it is working here. Yeah. So this is the same process, right? So you understand the difference. Differences are not quite huge. Only thing here you are doing the HTTPS connection. Here you are doing the RFC connections. And for RFC connection, you require some, you can say, additional resources to add. Okay. So that we need to do, and that's only thing. Any doubt here? Resources, if you are going to add for the resources here, you can find it. Okay, so here you will find little difference. If your connection is RFC, then it will ask if you have to give like that exact function name, or if you have to give that prefix, right? So like that, if you are giving the exact function name, or if you're just doing that, no, like I have to give function name or SAP that star simple, okay? Or if you want to give SAP as a prefix, so then you can use SAP as a prefix and nothing else. So that will be done. Okay, so whatever the function module starting with the SAP or all will be done here. If you want to add like this, we have to just add here all the function module with the GRAC, right? So you can just add it as a GRAC. So it will as a prefix. So it's quite simple, but assume that you want to give the exact name. So if you want to give the exact name and if you remember the exact name, then you can give it. Right now I don't remember the function, any function module, any functions which is starting with a GRAC, that will be automatically covered. Means once it will trying to RFC is trying to reach out, so that will be covered. So that is a way you can add the, you can say, your resources. But if you know any specific you can say function name which is required, or means once you are trying to reach out the connection, you're finding that okay, that function name is not coming, right? So in that case you can come here and add the function module name, mostly GRAC, and then we are adding one, you can see that SAP, starting with the SAP, it will cover all of your function module. Just I'm seeing the prefix, okay? Prefix means that starting with SAP, it will take all the. So only things you can change that here application server. Here, if you are going to do for the, you can say normal HTTPS connection, then it's asking the server and host. Simple, right? If you are going for the, you can say RFC connection, so it's asking for your application server and instance number. And resources are getting changed here. Resources are like that, you know that for HTTPS resources are simply coming as a slash slash something, right? So that is, and for the RFC it is a function modules, right, or functions. So that is coming like this. So these are the differences, and this two type of connections normally you are making for all type of, you can say, all type of a web system, right? Once you have done this, you have to utilize this into your uh, general connection that we will take into some once we are integrating the systems for that. So any dot for today's any of the things, and like you are doing the activity. So if you think that that activity is not clear, so just let me know. It is just a small task that is. Hello guys, are you there? All are on silent.
Yes, Prakash, we are here.
Okay, so Prasanna, is it clear? Means like now it
Yeah.
is
In the
already.
earlier step, just I missed only one on the attribute. What we need to give the value?
Where you want, which
That
step?
role collection. We are creating a new role collection, right?
In attributes you have to give groups.
Group. Okay.
Yeah, attributes means nothing but groups, means it's mapping groups, right?
Yeah.
So groups from the IAs. Yeah.
Okay.
I will request all of you to do some practice. Reason is that these are the things. Initial 5 days of classes are really very important, because that is a setting of the foundations, and that's why I'm taking more and more time to make you understand. I'm not going very fast, and that is not my purpose. Because if I will go fast, it may be completed little earlier, but then it may be possible that you will not able to understand the things. Uh, like Deepak is one of colleague, you know that he's working for IAG, but this small minor things always creating some challenge, some problems, right? So that is the reason I'm trying to make you understand everything, because these are the base of your you can say like I have today just tried to go through the configuration, try what is cloud connector, how it is working, right? Now I can make 100 connections, not a problem, but you should understand that how it is working, how first level of connection is working. If you have to connect 100, now you can just come to cloud connector, add in 2 minutes, you can add your new system, right? and same thing you can go and destination. But you need to understand how our connection is going. Same way, once I will explain the IPS. So first thing, IPS proxy you need to understand better. Then you have to create the connector. So initial and basic understanding is very important once you are going to do any type of you can say integrations or even these things are right. Authorizations, why I'm trying to keep focus authorizations or identity provider, because these things are very critical. Even if you are doing tomorrow some other task, it will be once cloud is coming into the picture, identity is really very important. So you will not understand things sometimes how it is working, but in system it is working on some specific way like that. Who is the which is the identity provider? Even though you are the same user, but coming from the two different places means your identity is verified from the two different places, right? So that is very important to understand. And once it is identified from two different places, sometimes you feel why I'm not having this access. I had earlier, I had 2 days back this access, but now I don't have. This type of problem you will face always, because just your identity provider is changed, right? Even how identity is getting identified, that is also depends on like in IS I have given that still my sharing my screen, right? So if you will go to applications, in applications I have selected, sorry, I don't know why. You are able to see my screen, right?
Yeah.
So you know that we have created this IAG demo applications here. There are few things I have already explained in last classes. Please go and try to understand. If you are facing any understanding problem, please come back to me. I will explain what exactly all these things are. Okay. So if you go to this subject name identifier, we have given user ID. What is this is doing? So this is creating means everywhere user id is like if you're coming to this account, why user id is displaying here, right? Why it is not any other id is coming? Because this is identifier is sending this id to you, and this is the main id. And once you are trying to log in into system, so this id is being written. So that is coming from this identifier. If you will change here, accordingly it will change here. Okay. So that is the thing. If you will change email, now it also started doing email, but then some new problem will come up, right? So those things you need to understand. So once you will try to understand the things, you will raise questions. And if you will raise questions, then I can explain it more better.
So Prakash, I have one question.
Yeah,
So
please.
the role mappings, right? Can we do like one-on-one mapping? Is it okay?
Yeah,
Like,
it's totally fine. I have
okay,
just tried to make you understand that if you organization think that okay, this is just related with access request, right? So why not I can do 2 3 rows at one place? Why should we go
yeah,
one by one, right?
if
So
you,
that's I explain. Anyhow, one by
so
one
if,
is totally possible.
okay, no, if you go to BTP, there are different, right? Let's, for example, so I can do role collections.
Mm.
So can I do like one-on-one mapping? I'm saying
Yeah, yeah.
like
You
how
want
Preeti did it. Like,
CIG,
yeah, so
yeah, CIG access analysis from any one role from here. Only one role from here and one role from here, right?
yeah, one-on-one mapping. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's totally fine.
Okay.
It's not mandatory to do more than one. It's never
Okay.
required. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Sure. Thank you.
no problem. Any other doubt? We have some time because today we are not going to learn more, and I will request all of you to go through these 3 sessions, and next one more session on the integration, and that will related with the IPS integration side. After that, we will integrate few systems. A few systems, at least 2 systems, and then we'll left with the only IAG real applications, right? And there is no configuration, honestly. Only I have to show you the functionality of the IAG. Configuration type of things will get completed via the next class mostly.
So next week no class, right? 31st and 1st?
First, I think have Ankit. Are you there?
Okay, first we have. Okay.
Anyone have problem in having class on first? 31st we are living. Mostly we are enjoying on 31st, right? So, but first, otherwise what will happen? It will be a 15 days break. And I know that breaks are normally when you will forget most of the things. So,
But
but
tomorrow
yeah,
also we don't have, right? 25th?
tomorrow we don't have. That's why I'm saying
Ah,
that. So
okay,
tomorrow we
25th
don't have.
and 31st. Okay, fine.
31st, 25th and 31st is we are living breaks.
Okay.
Yeah, but first will be there. Okay, so if there is no questions, so we can end class today, but still I'm available. If you have any questions, please go ahead.
Prakash,
Yeah,
Rajesh here.
yeah, Rajesh.
So with the availability of this IAG,
Hmm.
so in future we may not have this provisioning, identity provisioning and identity authentication service, or how is it? So everything is integrated in IAG.
No, no,
I
no.
think going future,
Identity.
going in
No,
future.
no, no. These three tools are will be there always. Identity authentication service is an identity provider, and you can understand IS is not only used. You can say IAG. IAG IS is being used for all the cloud applications, right? For identity purpose, authentication purpose, single sign-on purpose. IS have a very long, you can say, bucket of means so their functionalities. Same way, IPS will be there. IPS is doing, as I have explained just now, that IAG is doing provisioning by IPS. IAG is not developing any connector now. So all connector is being developed in IPS, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So these all three are a separate type tool, and all three will be there. I have told that only direct integration that will be already reducing, and in future it may be possible that direct integration with IAG will not be available.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay, fine then. If there is no further questions, we can close this call. Ankit, are you there? Hello, Ankit. I think Ankit is not here. So if there is no question, we can close this call. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, and I think we are going to meet only on Happy New Year, right? So Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everyone.
Thank you, Prakash.
Yeah.
Same to
Okay.
you.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas. Happy New
Thank
Year.
you.
Happy
Yeah.
New Year to
Thank you.
all.
Wish you the same to everyone.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, Didi.
Thank you. Bye.